Hi everyone, Emma here. Look at this stuff. Isn't this amazing? So I did an unboxing of these sequins yesterday and people are getting really excited to see what I'm going to make with it. And I'm going nuts going, let's dive in and do something. So part of my problem is I have so many ideas that it's hard to pin it down to one thing. And I kept thinking, do something small. And then I'm like, no, but I want all this stuff in it. So I did come up with a very basic cuff bracelet. So this is just regular felt. Um, Normally you would use the stiffy felt, but let me just adjust my camera here. It's going cuckoo. So normally I do the stiffy and it's better for it, but I do find with doing a cuff bracelet, because it's so wide, that when you start to turn it, it starts to fold instead of round. So I thought I would try it this way with just some really floppy felt. And when I get done on this side and start to do my edging, what I'll do is I'll put that nice leather, faux leather that I got in the unboxing from yesterday. So it was AliExpress and I got like 20 different sheets. So this is what we're starting with. I will round the corners, but I thought I'd just leave it square for now. I may end up clipping them, but I did mark the center, and then once that was marked, I marked the center here. And the reason being is I have these that I want to put in there. So these are just filigrees. This is how you order them, and they come usually 10 or 20 of them for $1. So they're super inexpensive, and I have lots of different designs. So I love doing something like this, and let me enlarge this so you can really see what I'm talking about. So let's move this up to the center of the screen. So I apologize if this is kind of all over the place, but this was the only way this was getting done today. So, but you know what? I find that when I just jump in and do it, it just some amazing stuff happens. So I'm gonna glue this one here. You could sew it, in certain spots so that it doesn't move around. I think I'm just gonna try and tack it down, and then once I start beading over top of it, it will get secured. And then I have these, they're like Monty's, but they're really big. And they have these lovely, the fold over part that holds it in has this rounded edge, and I really like the way it looks. These are super cheap. I actually think these are um, plastic. They feel plastic. I don't even think they're glass. But again, like I said, we're just goofing around. So I'm going to glue that into the center like that. And again, you could sew this on. There's holes there. So we could sew it on. And then I'm going to put one on each side, but I'm going to turn it so that it looks lengthwise like this. Like that. And then this one here. And then we are gonna bombard this. So we're gonna give it some bling, like the gold and the crystal. And I'm also gonna use this cup chain I got on the second to last AliExpress haul. I have a whole bunch more of this colored stuff coming, but I thought I'd put it around the edge, like really close to the edge, and then I'll put the beads and then have this turn and just circle the whole thing. So there's that. So that's the bling part of it. I'll show you all the other stuff I have. So I have some of these beautiful pearls. So we'll throw some pearls in there, different sizes. So the idea is to just load it down with stuff so it's like exploding with color. I have the different greens and blues of the different size flower sequins, and then I have some the round sequins. I have these lovely, these are Toho 11 seed beads, and they are rainbow lime green, and they are delicious. So they kind of match up with that. I put these out. I don't know. I think now that we have this in here, we don't necessarily need these lovely star beads, but who knows. And then I put out the gold sequins and the yellow ones and the big green ones. So let's get started. I need to take my, it's spring here and we're right by the ocean, so it's really cold, but when I get in the house, I'm hot. So I was freezing all day and now I'm hot. So let's get started. Let's move these guys over here and we'll glue this. So normally I would recommend that you wait 24 hours before you start sewing things onto your, once you've added, like you've glued something. But I'm not going to do that. So there, I'm not putting much, so it should, let me get rid of this little gob. And I always put tissue out and then I forget. Let me see if I can grab something out of the garbage. Piece of paper. Okay. So I'm just putting a teensy bit on each like edge here. This I need to buy. I feel like this glue is a bit of a pain in the butt. It's not, I feel like it dries too fast. Just like that. And mash it down. We might as well put this one on right now. Move it around. So I'm careful when I put the glue on the filigree, and that's kind of an argument for actually, I think I have too much glue there. Let me get this off here a bit. On there. An argument for sewing it on, and the reason being, if you put glue on there and then you try to get your needle through, you won't be able to. So now that I have, and you know what, there is a top and bottom to these filigrees because they're stamped, so you can see it's very rounded here. So it's very rounded on the edges, but if you flip it, you can see it's indented, I guess is the word I'm looking for. So I'm just going to use, see, that glue's already dry. I'm just checking if I have a toothpick around. See, look at this. Okay. And get this guy on. I did the same thing. Way too much glue. Get excited. Oh, I need help. It's not like I don't know that I'm putting too much glue on. Let's see if we can get some of this, scoop some of this off. Again, you know, sound like a broken record, but probably better to sew this on because I'm probably going to end up sewing this anyway, because unless I put a lot of glue and, like I said, leave it overnight, things will move around. So that didn't go where I wanted it to go. Oh, that's not good. Ta-da! Big glob of glue. There, came off, thank goodness. It's on there. Over, squish down. And I'll use this stuff. Perfect. Perfect and not so perfect. Okay. We are ready to go. Look at this. This is going to be amazing. Ta-da! Do you know what? I think it's too wide. Because, yes, it is a cuff bracelet, but it is a little too wide. So, and that line is crooked anyway. So let's see. Famous last words. Let's see if we can bring this down a bit. That's better. Oh, I didn't put the lid on my glue. Look at. One of those days, I'm just all over the place. I'm trying to get that nastiness off. Okay. Oh. It's like, where's my cap? So now this side. So we don't need as much off on this side. This may go quick because we cut it down quite a bit. There. Okay, that's better. Much better than that. So I don't want to mess with it too much because of the glue. So I always hang on to these when you're doing bead embroidery where you want your loop of beads to go over. You can use these. It's a bit of an organizational pain in the butt because it's like, how do you sort things and leave them where where you can find them later. Let's put this on next. Okay. So at this point too, you could always do like a rounded edge here for the bracelet. Something like this. And then rounded. But I want to get the flowers in amongst all of this. So yeah, I think we should do this. So I am going to use the dragon thread. You don't have to use dragon thread with bead embroidery. You can use Nymo, you can use sewing thread. But because this won't twist and turn as much as, say, sewing thread would, I'm going to use this just to make it more secure. And here's a neat trick that I saw in an embroidery video, and I guess it's pretty common. So I still haven't mastered how to do a knot by spinning your fingers, but so I'll just do that. I do 2 knots, and believe it or not, for the most part I get it in the same spot each time. Like, I'm careful. But if you can spin this between your fingers, it can create this kind of knot. So I'll have this knot like that. And what they do is somewhere away from where you're working, but that will be covered up, as you just bring your knot from the front So this is going to be very weird for a lot of you beaders out there. So bring your knot through like that. Leave it there. Now, don't pull it tight because this needle is a little big, so it might go through. But so now we're going to do 2 little stitches to secure the thread. So it's very little, like that. And like that. Because eventually this is going to be covered up, so you're not going to see this. And when you're done your work, you can cut this knot out and this will stay secure, because then all of this, whatever you're sewing, is going to be secure as well. So let's start right on the edge here and go straight. So I might start in a bit because I want my rounded corner to be about here, a little over here. So let's get in here. So I'm going to come up to about there. And then I'm just looking, this last one looks like it's bent, so I'm going to clip that off with my nippers. So I don't know if you can see that. See how it's flipped? The piece of metal is bent. Make sure I don't bend the next one over. There. Okay. So let's get this in place. I'm just going to hold it. Getting it started, it's a bit finicky. So let's get that. Like that. There. Okay. Let me go in here. On the first one here. There. Just like that. So it is a little bit in, but I'm not going to worry. We'll do something here with some, or I could move it over a bit, yeah. So the next one will move over a bit. Okay, see if I can hang on to that. I keep sticking myself. Nope. I didn't catch it that time. I'm going to flip this over. I'll tell you why, because I should have that dangling down this way so that it sits where it should sit there, like that. And bring that in. Okay. And I'm going to go, so I was doing every other, but I think I'll go a little further down. And we can always go back and secure it if we don't like if we find it's too loose. There. And I picked the green because I'm using a lot of greens, so if the green shows through, it's not a big deal. But hopefully when we're done, you won't be seeing any of the felt. There. That. So it's coming along pretty good. Let's go in here. We should do challenges where it's, let's see how fast I can do this. So I'm going so loose, like each one, you can see the back. So when I go to pull, it bunches together. So just be aware. I would definitely go every second or third crystal. But like I said, for this video demonstration and just kind of going a little quicker, when I do stuff like this, I go back after the video and I reinforce things and take them apart, redo them. I've done that many a times, actually. We'll just pretend this is a TikTok video. It's in fast motion. If I did editing of my videos, I would so do TikTok videos for jewelry. They're amazing. And it's funny, I do jewelry, so I know how things are done, and I still find it mesmerizing. They're like showing the supplies, and then all of a sudden they're showing you stringing the beads, and then all of a sudden you have a bracelet. It's like, yeah, if only it was that way in real life. It's like, how many times do you have to head to Michael's to get some more thread, and you ran out of beads. Haha, that's funny, eh? Who? Definitely not Emma running out of beads. My wife still falls for it. I had her come to Michael's with me one day because I wanted to use 2 coupons. So they won't let you use 2 coupons on the same day. So I had her get in line. And you're going to laugh when you hear what it was for. And maybe you don't know yet, but so it was for a tube of gold super duos. So we each got a tube. I have a whole drawer of super duos. Believe it or not, I don't have any golds. So this is kind of where I want to round it here. So let's maybe go like this. So this one we'll have to put a few more. Yeah, so I was joking with the lady at Michael's. She totally got it right away that the two of us were in line together, right? There was nobody in the store, so we kind of went up to the register together. And I said to her, I said, because my wife, she pays for it, and then she turns to me and she hands me the receipt and the super duos. Like, there's no fooling them that we were in, buying stuff separate. And I said to the lady, I said, yeah, this is a once in a lifetime thing. I get my wife to come with me to buy beads. She started laughing. She thought it was hilarious. So you can see this is coming along. Yeah, let's do it a little more rounded. Like that. Okay. something like this. So we went for a bike ride today. It was another cold day. I mean, it's spring here, so it's cold. But it was just nice being outside. So tired of, it's this weird thing when you're in the house all the time. You actually don't want to move off the couch. But I think that's what they call depression from being inside all the time. So I said to my wife after on our way home from the bike ride, I said, we need to get our butts off the couch and do this because it feels so much nicer. It's getting hooked on the prong, so I'm just trying to get the thread over and down. There we go. So let's our snug and something like this. There. That's gonna get on there. Nope. Over. There we go. So you could always put this on last too. This is, I'm just doing this. I think, the reason why I'm doing it this way is so that I have an idea what's left to fill in because I want to put lots of flowers everywhere. Oh, I can't wait. I'm so excited. Oh my God, I haven't been able to sleep. I'm so excited about these sequins. I'm shocked that I'm not excited. I was surprised at how beautiful they are. And the amount of them. Because you have to be careful. There's vendors that are selling. I was looking, after getting these sequins, I started looking at chiffon and silk flowers. Like I basically want flower petals. I don't want the flowers because I want to create the flowers with the sequins and some crystals and so I just looked last night on AliExpress and I'm like shocked. 10 pieces of flower petals for like $2. I'm like, no. I know they get them in the big, huge bags. Like, I'll have to check my fabric store to see if they have any chenille. I could like cut them out myself, but that's difficult with my hands. I made the mistake of looking on YouTube and I saw the different fashion houses they've done these videos of like dresses that are all done with flower and beads and stuff like that. So that's what I was looking at. That was my the bar that I'm setting for myself. So they dyed them and everything and then they colored them they had like fabric pens and colored them so that like little pansies and stuff, the different radiating colors coming off of the petals and oh my God, it was just incredible. So I'm like, oh, I gotta do that. It's a good thing. Like I have very grandiose ideas of what I can accomplish. And the funny, you know what? it's so funny because some people might think, oh, you just, you're over excited about something and that's why you do it that way. But you know what? My dad was the same and he worked in construction. So people would be like, ah, there's no way you can do that. Like he built our house, he put in the plumbing, he did the electrical without ever going to school. He left school at grade 6. So I combine. I'm not taking credit for my own behavior. I'm gonna blame it on my dad. It's genetics. I feel like it's getting a bit away here, but we can always adjust that when we do the beading on the edge, you can always pull this closer. There's space, right? So I'm not gonna freak out if it's not perfect. And that is on the prong. There we go. Let me see. Bring this up. Looks like I got the right amount of thread here. I saw the sequins and I thought it was I had just thought about these guys. I'm moving around a lot. Thought maybe I moved one of those guys off. Okay, so let's grab it here. And did I? No. I thought maybe I flipped my thread over and around the edge rather, like, see how it's really high up there, but it must be because I might want to come back. That seems a bit floppy there. Oh, look, I went through and didn't grab it. That's why. That's because I went on the same side of the cup chain. Okay, let's do this. Let's go here. There. And there. There. So where are we at here? I'll use my finger as my thumb as the guide here. Like that. And do my thumb again, something like that. There. Here. Get that in there. I apologize, I'm not talking a lot. I find that when I'm really concentrating, the words don't come. Okay. So let's gonna go to about there. Let's try that. A little far. go to about here. And let's cut this one. There, so we probably used, I think these come in 2 meters, so we probably used about 1 meter on that. And let's secure this last one a couple times here. And that. So it's not too bad. So I mean, I would, if I wasn't trying to do this quick, and like I said, once we go through the edge, you can actually go around these as well. So it's probably good that it's loose. But so far, this looks amazing. Let's take a look. It's very sparkly. What? Oh my gosh. Right now, it looks kind of a bit like costumey and juvenile because of the green, the lime green on the background, but I think it's gonna look amazing with the flowers. So let's start building our flowers. Let's pop a few of these. I think this is like an orange color, but let's pop a few of these in because I want the most of them to be these blue, these ones here. So put a few. You don't need many. I mean, it'll fill in pretty quick. So here's the thing. These look amazing, this iridescence on the inside. And what I wanted to do was put one of these smaller pieces in, and let me show you what it looks like. So these are the smaller ones. So I would put one of these inside, but they're so, it kind of covers up the iridescence. So I don't know. Actually, this is not too bad. You know what? I think we should leave it. I think this, let me try these, just the round cup ones. They call these ones cup. And they actually have an up and a down. And actually, let me put a few. So you could put that in there. So that hides less of the iridescence. But we also have the gold. So maybe these orange flowers will kind of play off of the orange gold that we have. I'm just looking, this is sitting like it's too tight here. There. Okay, put a few of these out. Okay, so let's start in this side here. And here, we're just gonna load it up with as many. We're gonna do some pearls. We're gonna do some of these flowers. So you just bring your needle up and then thread one of these on, and you can see there's an up and a down to these cup ones, these little ones here. So you know what? You can put them whichever way you want. I've seen them done like different ways and it looks amazing. So then we're going to put some of these out. these are, yeah, they're 11 O's. This is really small, actually, these 11 O's. I think it needs something more. Do you know, I have these gold beads here. These kind of get lost in that. So I have these gold beads. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, these are lovely. Let's put a few out there. Grab one of those. Let me move my thread down. Okay, so you're going to go through, back through your, I was going to say confetti, back through your sequins, and then next to the hole that you came through in the first place. And hold that, and you can get that bead so that the hole is hidden there, like that. Let's see if I can get that down. There we go. That's not bad. I would imagine it's really hard for you guys to see this stuff because it's so shiny. So let's, I want to kind of secure this. So let's just do an in and out here to make it tight like that. There. So now I can move on to the next flower. Since, you know, rather than put just the orange ones all over the place, I'd use up a lot of thread. I want to kind of finish this area first, so might move to the next color. And actually, I think we should put some pearls on there. So let's just cut this here. Some of those. And some of those. Bring your thread. So we can actually cut this knot now. Now, if we were going to cover it, which we are, you could leave it, but I want to get rid of it there. So your thread is secure because we did those two little stitches. So let me put a pearl in here. And because the pearl's wide, I'm leaving some space. And I don't want the top of the pearl to be showing, so I'm going to try and roll that over. I think it needs a green one here. So let's grab these green ones. Put the green ones here. So let's put the green one down here. Got. And we need a, let's put a blue center for that one. Because you know what's interesting? This one is green. And this one is orange, and they almost looked identical. So take this, I'm going to flip it because that's the up part is the part I want to show off. And I notice that this bead is showing again. So let's go back through everything. Look at that. So that's the start of this. I will work on this and load it up and come back and show you what we have and we can finish it off. Take care, everybody. Bye.